Today we're going to do a little loop of the Boler Mountain mountain bike trails from my house, kind of near the forks of the Thames River in London, Ontario. We're going to head out, we're going to go across the river, through Springbank, through a little neighborhood in Byron, over to Boler Mountain. It used to be called London Ski Club when I was a kid. It used to be a place I spent a lot of evenings riding the T-bars up and down. I used to go to Ski High in Thorndale every Sunday. They had a 33-mile-an-hour rope tow, so although the hills are tiny, you did definitely get a lot of runs in. So yeah, it made up for it by having a really fast rope tow with the glove protectors and everything. But what I've done is I've gone 6 times speed wherever the bike is touching pavement or sidewalk, and then when we hit the trails, it'll be double speed. So it's 28 minutes long, but if you're curious, just to kind of check out what Boler Mountain looks like in what we call the reverse direction, clockwise. The week before Halloween, you'll hear me huffing and puffing quite a bit at double speed, but I was off the bike for about, close to a month after going to France for the Motocross of Nations, coming home and then having it rain for 2 weeks straight. So I rode the track, this loop, a few days before, and it was actually 23 degrees Celsius, but on this day it's actually about 6 degrees, and I definitely felt it in my lungs. So I felt the non-training and the cold temperature. So enjoy it. I mean, you can turn the volume up or down. You can turn it down if you don't want to hear me breathing. But it's a nice little loop, 28 minutes long, this video. I like to, when the Canadian Triple Crown Series is going on in the area, either Gopher Dunes or Walton Raceway, the traveling pro riders and things, I like to take as many of them out as I can on either a road ride or a mountain bike ride. Normally I have put a loop, a nighttime loop on a Sur-on electric bike going around the Fanshawe Conservation Area loop, so you can find that on our YouTube channel just to kind of have a look and see what the Fanshawe loop is like. But that's a longer loop from my house. It ends up being anywhere between 55 and 65 kilometers, 2.5 to 3 hours, depending on what little systems we do out on the track, on the course around Fanshawe. There are a few different little spots that you can do extra mileage, and depending on who I'm with and who's feeling good and feeling like it, depends on whether we do that. But you can check that out, and I might actually do one from home all the way around just to give people an idea. So if you are a rider and you're coming into town, let me know which one you want to do, and I'm always happy to take someone out on a tour around one of our routes. We've also got lots of good road cycling in the area, so lots of stuff. So anyway, let's enjoy this now. We're getting close to the trails, so enjoy this loop clockwise around Boler Mountain. Okay, so right now what we're doing, we're actually going through Springbank Park, which, believe it or not, Springbank Park, I think was late 1890s kind of thing is when it opened up back in the day, when it would have been outside of the city limits, that's for sure. It would have been outside, certainly outside of downtown, would have been out in the middle of nowhere. I know there was a train that used to take people out there and stuff, but anyway, this is one of those trails, instead of taking the bike path, running path, walking path that you'll see down on the right there, you see people down there. A lot of people don't even know this is up here, so it's kind of cool to get up in here, and everybody I take in here, even locals, go along this trail, and they're very surprised at how much fun it is and that it's even there. So it's kind of cool to get that. This is part of the traverse on the way over to Boler Mountain, so this is the trail part. Then we'll hit some roads, like I said, through the subdivision, and then we'll head into Boler Mountain. So stay tuned, check it out. The Boler Mountain Loop is coming up. Okay, so now we're actually entering Boler Mountain property there, as you can see. Now, normally we'd go to the right. You kind of go in that first little spot there and you check in. You either go in and pay, or you just enter on your app that you're on the course. So we're heading left, so we're going clockwise, which is backwards, as I mentioned. And I don't remember going the other way. I don't remember feeling completely downhill the whole way, but going this way, it kind of feels uphill the whole way, so it's kind of tough. And I mean, like I said, it's not mountainous. We're in southwestern Ontario, but we are at a ski hill, whether it's big or small, and that means we're going up or down all the time. So it is rolling, and it is kind of funny that I did use this, the fact that I was recording, as motivation, because there are a couple times when, like I said, the cold temperature was getting into my lungs and was actually really making it kind of difficult, added to the fact that I was a little out of shape from being off for a month kind of thing. But the fact that I was recording this and was going to post it up just to show you the loop kind of gave me motivation not to get off my bike. As you'll see, I pass a guy that is off the bike and stuff like that. But again, these hills aren't crazy big. It's just it was cold, a little tough on the lungs. So enjoy it. Again, like I said, it was just before Halloween. You'll see some decorations up and stuff like that. So it might be kind of cool to go out there at night or something on Halloween night with some lights on. Would be kind of cool. And also, it's important to note, it rained overnight and in the morning here. And there was only one little puddle that you'll see and the whole thing. The rest of it, my bike was clean, the trail was fine, it just runs right off, and you can go almost right after a rain out there. I mean, it really dries quickly, so that's pretty cool. So anyway, enjoy it. Like I said, it is kind of tough. I am breathing pretty hard. It's kind of funny, but enjoy it. We're going to go around and then same route back home, and that'll do it. I remember one mountain bike race I did out here. Man, it must have been, if it opened in 1993, it might have been 1993 when I did it. But it was back in the day. If you picture 93, that's a long time ago. Yeah, 30 years ago. But it used to be a time when, hardtails were not by choice. Hardtails were all you had. And if you had front suspension, some forks, some rock shocks, that was a big deal. So I had this horrible habit of blowing fork seals, and it was terrible. Like I went through a lot of forks. Anyway, I'm out there in the race. I'm not doing very well. I'm not doing all right. I was pretty fit back then. But I'm cruising around and my forks blow. I lose the seal. I'm riding down low. I'm hurting my back. My back is killing me. And I'm like, I'm not doing that well. So I'm like, you know what? I come around. My buddy Pete Brooks is standing with, I don't know if you remember, if you're from the area, Jeff Cook used to own a shop called All Season Sports. Really good bicycle shop, Dundas East. Not around anymore, but I believe the store was probably title sponsor or something like that. Anyway, they were standing together. And I came around and I yelled at Pete, give me your bike. So I handed Pete my bike, took his bike with proper running forks, and Jeff Cook looked at me and said, you can't do that. And I'm like, well, you know what? I'm not going to win this thing. Go ahead and disqualify me if you have to. I'm either going to pull off because my back is killing me, or I'm going to ride this bike to a 10th place finish, and you can disqualify me if you think you need to. So this entire recording took about an hour and a half to actually ride, and that's about exactly what I get for a battery at certain levels in recording. So I pulled over. I wasn't sure how long it was going to take me, so I actually did a battery swap, and I also got right down to about 2 minutes maximum left on my card, my memory card. So I was cutting it close, but it was pretty good. I'm happy with that I was able to actually record the whole thing, so that's kind of cool that I made it back to my driveway, which you'll see to and from the direct motocross van in the driveway. But I will say this too, I mean, this riding this little part above the Springbank Park, the Thames Valley Parkway path, riding it this way actually flows quite a bit better, so it's kind of a lot more fun. If you're going to do it one way, I would say do it this way towards downtown. So anyway, that's just kind of it's a little more fun that way, but you can see a little farther up too that the it's starting to erode quite severely, and we're going to have to, as we had to go around that one drainage pipe you saw earlier on the way out, where you have to go up and around that. There's a whole bunch of other spots there where it's really on the off camber there, and it's definitely going to start pushing off the side, so hopefully it lasts a while. If it doesn't, we're just going to have to keep rerouting it up around some of the trees, so we'll make it work.